Hey everybody, what's going on? Nathan343 here, and it's getting that time of year where it's gonna start getting chilly. And I mean chilly. Like, we've got temperatures coming up here in the 20s, and if you got a little room or an office or maybe a bigger room, you might want to check into one of these. These are pretty cool heaters. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen one of these heaters. This is the first time that I'm probably going to be looking at one of these heaters. So we're gonna dive into this, see what it's all about, see what it's all, what it's capable of doing, and we're gonna check it out, and it all starts right now.
Made possible by 343 Studios.
All right, so I did take it out of the first box first. And this is actually pretty darn big. So we got this, and there's some extra stuff here on the other side. So we've got a accessory box, and it looks like that's it. So, a bunch of cardboard cutouts here. We got this power cord. We get a book, one of those. So, this is a giant, some sort of heater. And it does come with legs. Looks like it's got a filter on the back. Pretty cool. Looks like a box fan of some sort. So, we're gonna go ahead and lay this down, because I think it's got feet that go on the bottom of it, and I think that's what these are. So we're going to go ahead and pop these open. We're going to pull the feet out. Looks like they go right here on the ends. Which way we will go? You probably want the further sticking back. It's like you just put in and push. So that's pretty simple. To line it up there with your hole. Like it's got some rings on here, and you just want to push. See how easy that is right there? And then the other piece there will line up. Make sure you get it all the way in there, and then it will stand up. It's not on. There's an app you can get on this with a Smart Life app. Take full control with an app. So this has an app. So place the heater on a firm level surface, plug cord into 120 volt, be safe it fits plugged tightly, or be sure the plug fits tightly. When heater is initially plugged in, there will be a beep and the power light will come on indicating that there is power. Turn on the heater by pressing the power button on the remote control or on the... Okay, so we didn't get a remote control. So there's a remote control that comes with it. I need to get a box just for remote controls. So make sure you always check your boxes. There may end up being something in there. So yeah, looks like you can control the temperature through the app. You can add devices. This must have Bluetooth of some sort. So we're gonna go ahead and figure this out. And I'll explain it to you once we get into a room. All right, guys, so we got the infrared heater set up here in the living room. I've been kind of testing it here for a few days, checking it out. Actually, we've been testing it for a week. We had some cold temperatures. And I will say this will heat up, a bedroom will heat up pretty quick. If you want it to be a space heater, you can change your different settings, which are down here. That will allow you to change from P1 to P3. You can also use it to set temperatures. From, I think 60 was the lowest, all the way up to, I think it was 90 degrees that this thing goes up to. It does warm up in about 3 seconds. It heats up, I mean, within 3 seconds, you're feeling heat off this thing instantly. There's no noise, it's super quiet. You do hear some stuff on the inside kind of crackling, just ever so slightly, as it heats up. So there is a little bit of noise there. It says, on their website that there's no noise. There is just a little bit. There is no dust. This material right here is flame retardant. So it's made out of flame retardant stuff. So if this does catch on fire, it will help it to not burn so fast. But these are actually made to not catch on fire, because when they tip over, it shuts off. Like instantly. I mean, you don't even have to have it completely over. Like I bumped it once just like this and it shut off. As soon as you stand it right back up, it comes right back on. So that's super cool there. So if you knock it over and you're like, oh crap, you don't have to unplug it and reset it. It will turn right back on. Now I do have the legs to where the longer part is towards the back. And it also kind of allows it to sit just at an angle, so it's not straight up. It kind of sits at an angle just ever so slightly, so it kind of projects the heat. This is the world's first patented thin film, high temperatured infrared heater. So this does get up to about 300 degrees Celsius, which is about, I think, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty good heat. Now we ran this during the night, one night, and was able to get super warm, super quiet, fast. Didn't have to worry about anything like that. So I'm going to plug it in here real quick for you, just so that you can see what it does and how it heats up and all that good stuff. I will say that if you have it near a lamp or some other lighting, it does pull quite a bit of power. It seems like, because it'll start to make some lights flicker, just like they'll flutter every so often. So you'll see that. Now you won't notice it with it just plugged in and not on, but you have this button right here that lights up and you can touch it. It's gonna say hi or hello. It's got some cool little lights over there that light up. Now instantly, it's already heating up. Right close to it so that you guys can hear any noise that it's making. Has just a little bit of creaking noise that you hear right there from the initial heat up, but it's nothing super loud. You can breathe easy, that this is not going to blow dust. It has no fan inside of it, so the heat just kind of irradiates out. Now we have a pretty good sized living room here. I've got about 18 feet tall ceilings. This is probably about 24, 28 feet by, I don't know, 15, 18 feet wide living room that I have here. And at like 60, when my temperature in the house was 65 degrees, it warmed it up to about 68, 69 degrees in about 2 hours. So the higher ceilings, I mean, this big of a room, it did warm it up. It didn't warm it up a super lot, like it didn't go up, 4, 5, 6, 7 degrees in just a few minutes. It does take, but if you have this close to your bed or your couch or in a small room, it will heat it up. And it's very quiet. And as you can see, I'm touching it right now. And it's warm, but it's not burning me. So young kids that are gonna come up and go, oh, look, it doesn't hurt me. It's warm, I will get that, but it's not like super hot, like burning fire red, where as soon as you touch it, you're gonna get 3rd-degree burns. You don't have to worry about that. Now, let me talk to you guys about the different settings here. So P3 is a wide setting. Now that also depends on how your heat's gonna go. P3 is what it always comes on to. And that is a very, very wide angle that it disperses heat kind of coming off this way, and out that way. So you have a good wide coverage, okay? P2, just a little bit narrow coverage, but it's still the same amount of heat. So you can go, now we're at P2. And I'll give you guys a close-up of this here at the end of the video. So still the same amount of heat, but now I can notice I'm not feeling it as much over here to the side. So it's more of a focus kind of heat. Now we go to P1. The heat has really subsided here on the side, and it's really just coming straight out onto it. And again, still not hurting me, still not hot. I mean, it's warm. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to leave your hand there all night, but it seems to be more warm right down in here than it is up here. And the metal does get kind of warm, especially right here in the front. I mean, this is metal. Metal is a good conductor of heat. But nothing down here is hot. Like the legs are not hot, the side's not hot, it's a little warm. The back of it does not get hot. This is the back of it. It's got a nice little filter thing here on the side. All the heat is right there. So if you're laying on the couch or your power's out and you got a generator and you need heat, this thing would be pretty awesome. You could put this thing into P3, and now I'm feeling the heat come off the side more. So it really is nice heater. It's quiet. It looks nice. It's not something that is gonna look stupid and generic. So I do like the fact that it looks cool. Okay, so we're gonna do the tip method, all right? You ready? Oh no, I bumped into it walking by and I didn't see that I hit it. It says bye. Just as soon as it tips over, it shuts off. Okay? Now I'm gonna stand it right back up. Okay, it didn't do it that time because it completely shut off, but turns right back on. The one time that I did do it, see if I can get it to do it. Well, it's not doing it now, but I did get it one time to do it where it completely shut off, and then I flipped it back up and it came back on. So must have not just barely bumped it, but yeah, very nice, very awesome. I believe these are around $200, if I do say so myself. Price point, I think they're a little bit overpriced for what they are. Now, if this had a fan inside of it that could blow the heat out, I could see maybe $200 working, but it's just a radiation infrared heater, and it's already cold, completely cold. No heat at all. I mean, instantly there's a little bit of heat there in the metal, but completely cold. Has a very nice handle on top, easy to transport. I would like to see a cord reel on this to wind your cord up on. Very nice heavy gauge cord. Again, if you're running it close to a lamp or something, I have noticed some flickering from the power draw. So yeah, these would be great for camping too. You know, taking on trips, campers, RVs, stuff like that. So definitely check them out. Link in the description. I want to thank these guys for sending this over. You know, if you're looking for something for a Christmas gift, grandma, grandpa that sits in their rocking chair and watches TV but don't want to turn the actual heat on, this would work perfect for them. They could put this right next to their rocking chair, set it on a deal. It does come with a remote and it does come with an app, although I haven't used the app. I think it's just the same thing as the remote. Setting temperatures and setting all that stuff. I didn't want to download the app and just basically do what the remote and what I can do here. So you can download the app and use it for controlling this. Cool. I like it. So check out the SUNKOS, something like that's how you say it. Infrared heater. Like I said, they're around $200. I believe they're a little bit overpriced for what they are. I could see this maybe being $100 would be, I think, the price range it needs to be in, maybe even $80, something like that. I think it is just a little bit overpriced, but instant heat, heats up in 3 seconds, and even cools off even quicker. So there it's shut off. I mean, this is pretty cool. This will go in my closet and be there for camping, or if power goes out and I have to hook up a generator, I can use this for backup. We have perfectly good running heat here that we turn on and get the place warm, and it seems to keep stuff warm. But if there's ever some time that, you know, the heat's not enough and it's super, super cold outside and it can't keep up, I would probably turn this on just to help the heater out a little bit. Basically, this kind of would be cool if this was kind of like one of them little fireplaces that looks like fireplace that has a heater. If it had a fan inside of it, I would like to see a fan in here to be able to radiate that heat out a little bit better. It could be a slow fan, just something to help blow the heat out instead of it just radiating out. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We got some really more cool, awesome videos coming out that you don't want to miss. I've been super busy lately with lawn care, and I'm super sorry about the lack of videos here on the channel. So a lot more coming. I'm getting more time now in the office, so stay tuned.